guest this evening is the anchor of NBC's Saturday Nightly News. He's also the anchor of The News with Brian Williams on MSNBC and on CNBC. Please welcome the hardest working man in news, Brian Williams.
I brought news.
What is that, sir?
I got news. I got real. You can hold this up to show people this is an Associated Press story off the wire.
Okay.
From the White House.
This is real? You just got off?
The headline is preparing to head off for summer vacation. It's about the president, and I want you to read on the air the last sentence, courtesy of the Associated Press, one of the most unfortunate sentences so far this year in the news business. That is a quote from Mike McCurry, the White House press secretary.
Tell me which do you want me to leave this one?
Line.
Okay,
yes.
It's describing his
vacation plan.
This looks real. Yeah, it's describing his vacation plans. It says, McCurry reports Clinton plans to read, golf, jog, and catch crabs. So, look at this. Wait a minute. This is...
I could not... Yeah. I can't... He also plans to spend some time out on the water, but you know...
I can't believe they let that go out.
I couldn't make that up. That is on the Associated Press, which means that in about 300 local papers tomorrow morning, Americans are going to be reading what the president's plans are on vacation.
How much, now you know how these things work, how much trouble does McCurry get in for this?
Well, we don't know if that's a direct McCurry quote or a rewrite person who's going to be looking for work at a Denny's on I-95. So...
oh, man. That is good. I love that. This is fresh off the wire.
This is fresh news. I mean, you don't get it any fresher. It's fresh from the farm to you, really.
There really is a wire machine, right?
Well, yes. They come in through the computers, and we have to print them because the old system was too easy. It actually was one machine. Now we have two.
Because that's something that happens in movies that I've never seen happen on a real news broadcast. I've never seen someone doing the news and then go, just a second. This just in. Godzilla is heading to the center of Tokyo.
That happens.
That really happens?
That happens, especially on Japanese broadcasts. But no one has ever handed me a Godzilla bulletin per se. I've had Mothra items.
Mothra, yeah.
Obviously, some people from Mothra. So
yeah, just happy that for a Mothra
big state
reference.
College up there. So
you know, I mentioned this in the intro. You work at NBC. You also do the news for MSNBC, and you do the news for CNBC.
That's right.
I would just think it's overload, isn't it?
Well, this fall we're announcing that I'm also going to news for CBS and ABC. So
just for everybody, pretty much corner the market.
But as I've mentioned before, you get coated with this new space-age polymer, and you can really do anything. Without a shower, just wake up in the morning, hair's ready to go.
Yeah,
and,
no, it looks amazing.
Yeah,
it really does.
No, that's right. Thank you. Yeah, you know, but it beats real work. I'm not paving roads here. I'm doing the news.
You do that on the side. You're being humble.
I do. That's true. I did 6th and 7th Avenue.
Do you ever think I want to do even more television than I'm doing now?
Then the Conan O'Brien show calls, and here I am doing more television. I actually, Tim Russert's vacationing this weekend, so I'm doing Meet the Press. So there is more television.
When they called you and said, on top of all this other stuff, we want you to do Meet the Press, why wouldn't you just say, you know what, I'm busy. I'm doing 9 news broadcasts in one day.
It's Meet the Press, and it's a very prestigious broadcast. I actually like doing it. I spent some time down in Washington, as you know. I kind of like Meet the Press because I come down from New York, and, you know, the usual questions on Meet the Press are very Washington. There's Senator, in your bill, you proposed out-year funding of, you know, and you kind of, I like being kind of the Vinny from Queens of Meet the Press, you know. What the hell's going on here with this, you know? And it's kind of disarming, so they don't know how to take you. So,
right, exactly.
That's fun. You get better answers that way.
Right. How come NBC's never asked me to do that? I mean, I've never once had a call, and I think I could host Meet the Press. I really do. And I never once. I think it'd be great. You know, me and Andy would go down there, and it'd be a lot of fun. That would be a cool...
They actually have called me a number of times. It's real early on Sunday morning.
Really?
It is.
Screw that noise.
It is.
Not your best time, probably.
It is early. I'm usually in scuffies and a house coat at that hour, so this is difficult. I don't think anyone really believes the Harvard stuff about you either, so I think that's...
I never said it was Harvard University in Cambridge.
Yeah.
I went to the Harvard driving school.
Yes, the Harvard mini-mart on the west side.
Exactly. Do you ever just, I mean, you're doing so much news, you're reading news copy all day long, probably with, at most, maybe a 20-minute break here and there.
Yeah.
If your wife just woke you up at like 4 in the morning, would you just start reading news?
Oh, I could do it, yeah. Well,
really?
I mean, waking up is like Groundhog Day these days. We're in August now, so the news begins to be the same. And you wake up, and the clock radio goes off, and UPS is on strike, and it's going to be hot with thunderstorms in the afternoon, and there's trouble on the Mir. And you wake up the next day, and the UPS strike is going on. It's going to be hot, and there's trouble on the Mir. And those poor Mir guys, by the way, they opened that hatch yesterday. When they... I don't know if you saw
Bit of a smell,
videotape. There was a good stink going on in there. They land on the ground over there in Russia. They didn't get the water landing are softer memo. So they still land these guys on the ground, and the capsule opened, and the nearest official was like 50 feet away. Said, "Open the hatch. Good to see you." I mean, it's what crawled in the mirror.
Then they just shot right guard at them.
Yeah, those poor guys.
Giant gun.
Very tough. Yes.
Can you hang on 1 second? Because I want to talk to you just a little more. We'll have a little commercial break when we come back. Brian Williams will continue babbling with us. We'll see you in a second.